Let's talk a little bit about gear. In any endeavor where you want to educate and get the word out, you have to market. You have to make sure that you have the tools necessary to do that. And in 2018, for the past couple years, we've been moving more and more towards visual and audio. So today I just want to talk a little bit about some of the gear to do that. Some of the gear that you should be considering to educate and getting the word out. And this is some of the tools that I use so I can vouch for it. And let's go ahead and talk about it now. So this is a minimalist setup that I have right here in this bag. It's real easy. If you are an audio person or really dedicated to podcasting, or even you could do this for videos and it'll work for that too, this is a sweet setup. So let's talk about it. I'm going to go ahead and unbox it. It's not really an unboxing because it's a bag and it's already been opened and used. I use it all the time. So this is just the pouch that it's come in, and let's go ahead and unzip it. Boom. Right here. This is the Tascam DR10X, and it is an XLR, a single mono XLR audio recorder that you can just connect to a microphone. We'll talk about that in a hot minute. We also have the AKG D5 LX. The AKG D5 LX is a supercardioid pattern dynamic microphone. A lot of people will recommend the SM58 or some other dynamic microphone, maybe even the, the ATR 2100 would be a good fit. For me, honestly, I just like the way it looks. I just like the way this microphone looks. It's got this champagne look about it. I think it's awesome. It's going to be about the same as those other microphones that get all the hype. This is actually no longer in production. It didn't last very long. It didn't sell very well, which is okay by me. It comes from the AKG line, the D5 line. They've got like 5 different versions of the D5. It's done well for live performances, but this will be a great option for your podcast setup, or even if you're doing videos. Then I have the Tascam, I think it's WS11, Windscreen 11. I originally got this for a small Tascam recorder that I had, but it didn't work out. I think it was the DR22WL or something like that. It didn't work out because I didn't like the control of it. It didn't fit my purposes. It was too flimsy. It wasn't robust enough, I guess. But it was great audio, But I repurposed this windscreen, and I'm going to show you what we got going on right here. So if you are a solo podcaster, what you do is, you got to make sure it's unlocked. There's a lock on here to secure it. You pop that till you hear the click. You twist that knob, get it all the way over there, make sure it's locked. And then what I do is I just slip this bad boy on here. It's easier when you don't have a camera in front of you and above you. Actually, it's between cameras right here. So this works good. I do actually have a different one that I use, but let's show you. I also have this one. This is by K-Tech. This is actually better. It fits completely over it. I just wanted to repurpose it, and this one was a little bit more expensive, by like $10. This setup here in this bag, I also include some batteries in there, and that's just something I forgot to take out the bag from my Zoom recorder that I used to have in there. But anyway, this setup here will give you excellent audio. What I use it for is if I send it out to somebody, let's say for a podcast, I'll mail out this package. It's less than 2 pounds. So what I'll do is I'll mail this package out in the mail, and my guest can set it up. I'll also include this. This is a mic stand. Folds out, it collapses even smaller than this. And I go ahead and I mail it out in a soft case, and then boom, you got a quick setup. And I'll lay it down, but you get the point. What I do is I set this up. I let them set this up, and I can go ahead and interview them. There are a lot of different ways you can interview guests on a podcast. Most notably, people have been using Skype for a long time. For me, though, I want to, with the growing amount of podcasts that are out there now, even though it's not saturated, there's so many choices that I want to make sure that I provide the best sound for my intended audience. And Clean Feed is great. There's a lot of other softwares you can use, but I wanted the least amount of tech between me and my guests so that way I can ensure the good quality audio and something that was easy. And so I think this is a easy solution. I mail it out. It costs $7 to mail one way. Gets there in 2 days. I include some instructions on mic technique and things that can help audio quality. So let's show how easy this is. So there are a lot of channels that talk about all the details and all the functionality that this thing does. But the good news about this, the reason I like it so much is it's pretty much plug and play. So pretty much all I got to tell them is hold the recessed start button. You'll know it's on. And then it's recording. Right now we're recording. So let's go ahead and show you. I have all the settings locked in. There's nothing to do except put this in the stand, and keep it at a good distance and go ahead and talk. And you can hold it, or you can go ahead and put it in the stand and just go ahead and talk. And you don't have to worry about plosives. I've got the gain staged so that there's a backup recording, and you shouldn't be clipping, but let's go ahead and give you a little bit of audio sample. Let's read something for fun, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to read an excerpt, or rather an introduction about what a physician assistant is from the AAPA website, aapa.org, if you want to learn more. So that way we can have something to compare my Rode NTG3 to my AKG D5 with my Tascam DR10X minimalist setup. What is a PA? PAs are medical professionals who diagnose illness, develop and manage treatment plans, prescribe medications, and often serve as a patient's principal healthcare provider. With thousands of hours of medical training, PAs are versatile and collaborative. PAs practice in every state and in every medical setting and specialty, improving healthcare access and quality. All right, think about something minimal, and this will do it for you. And of course, you're going to want some sort of computer to edit on with a DAW, what they call a DAW, a digital audio workstation, so that you can go ahead and edit your audio. In my case, I use Reaper, which I can do a review on later. I don't spend a lot of time on Reaper because typically I'm doing videos. But if you're a podcaster, Reaper is easy. I think it's $60 for a license. You can get that done. So consider some of the things you can do to make your production sound good, because there's a lot of media out there. There's a lot of resources, a lot of competition for attention. And you want to make sure that you grab attention to your audience so that they stick around. And good audio will help you do that more than anything else. So anyway, subscribe to the channel, give me your feedback, reach out, but most importantly, download my app, App Axis, and get in touch with me. I can make an app for you, something that will help you market your practice better, your small business better, and don't play in somebody else's, don't be limited or constrained rather to playing in someone else's sandbox, and then something tragic happens and then you poof, can't reach your audience like you thought you would. Anyway, thanks.